Hey Internet, this is Jessie, otherwise known as Jessiawesome. I blog about comics and I am a comic creator and I am obsessed with makeup. I feel like if there are two things in my life which will always be constant, they start with C's and it's comics and cosmetics. When MAC announced their Wonder Woman line, I just about flipped out. I was so excited because I get to collect adorable packaging. The art was done by Mike Allred, and today I just figured I would do a little short video about my thoughts about the collection and show you a little tutorial about how I apply the Valiant quad. And I feel like this quad is something that Diana would wear, you know, to the office. This is her secret identity quad. And that's what I love about makeup, is the fact that it's kind of like my secret identity from everybody. I get to put on these fantastic colors and do what I want with the makeup to create something kind of special. So let's get started. What I've done with my face is I have cleaned, moisturized, primed, and put my foundation on. But I gotta take these off to do the makeup. So what I'm doing now is, this is Bare Study. This is my eye makeup base. It pretty much it's a really nude color with shimmers that just lets the eyeshadow stick on better and it appears more vibrant. And I know I put it on with my finger, but my fingers are clean and it's easier than a brush sometimes. I am taking a medium flat brush, and with the medium flat brush I'm putting on Valiant, and I'm putting this right on the lid. I'm patting it down. This color, it tends to not have very much color payoff, so I've learned that if you pad it down on the eye, then it sticks better, and then you see it a lot better. So now I'm going to take my crease brush, which is just a small fluffy brush, and I am going to put Spinning Transformation, which is the color to the very right of the palette. I'm putting that from the crease a little up to the brow bone. The reason why I'm putting it on with a crease brush is I feel like with the color so dark that it would be easier for me to control it that way, so I'm not putting way too much color on. So I don't want to look like a clown here. When this collection first came out, Valiant was the main thing that I wanted to buy. I've never seen greens quite like this palette before. I mean, I wanted it for the packaging, and I knew that I would use this color. And I'm also, you know, kind of on a budget, so I wanted to make sure I wasn't spending way too much money on makeup, because I tend to do that. I'm taking this small rounded tip brush and I am applying manila paper onto it, and this is going to be my highlight color. So you are going to put this color right underneath your brow. As you're applying your highlighter, make sure you're kind of trying to blend the highlighter and your crease color a little bit together, so it's not such a harsh line. For our anniversary, my boyfriend ended up getting me the Valiant Quad, Marquise D, and Emancipation, which is the nude lip gloss that goes along with Marquise D. And, you know, kind of he won like some best boyfriend points there for that, because I wasn't expecting it, because I had already put aside some money so I could get those 3 items, which left me that money to get the tote bag and the t-shirt. So, you know, that money ended up going to makeup, you know, somehow. So now I am going to take, it really like doesn't matter what brush you use as long as it's small enough to get between like the corner of your eye. And you're going to be taking manila paper again, you're going to be putting it on the brush, and putting it at the corner of your eye to create, you know, some brightness there. So it opens up your eyes. And you can put it, you know, on the corner, the inner corner, and also just a little below, like right here. And I also like to put it a little, like right here, whatever that place is called, I don't know. You make up whatever that thing is. I mean, a little, I guess, on the crease, if you want to get technical. Just so it opens up that entire area. Okay, now that you've done that, I am going to take a small liner brush and I am going to apply Diana Undercover, which is this very dark green color. And I'm just going to take the tip of the brush and put it in the color like this. So it's on the tip of the brush. And this is going to be my eyeliner. Most people would suggest that you wet your brush first before you put it in the color. But I found with a lot of MAC products that method really doesn't work very well. And this, I mean, just the dry method works for me. So very carefully you're going to be just lining your upper lid, like how I do it, because you're not going to be able to see. But I normally just take the brush and just kind of make like little dots to make a line. So you're not just trying to make one fluid movement, because normally it just doesn't work for me. And just make sure you're getting it as close to your lashes as possible, and the line is decreasing in size as you get to your inner corners. So I figured that the colors that my boyfriend got me and the tote bag and t-shirt were the only things that I was going to collect from this, you know, collection. And it turns out I was hanging out with my mom. We went to the mall. She wanted to get some quality Jessie time in before I moved to Los Angeles. And we went by the MAC counter, and so we went over there, and I showed her all the Wonder Woman stuff, and she was asking me, she's like, oh, is there anything that you want to complete your collection? And I was like, oh, there are two things, but I just can't afford them, so I'm not getting them. And one of the products, which was Pink Power, and the other product was Spirit of Truth, which was the blue nail polish. And so she ended up just getting me both of them, and she was telling the salespeople, oh, she's going to be moving to Los Angeles, and I can't, buy her things anymore, because she likes to take me shopping sometimes, which is really sweet of her to buy me these things. So I have more in this collection than I ever thought that I would own, because of the niceness of other people. Alright, so as you can kind of see, maybe my eye is now lined, and if you want to take that color again and just put a little bit on your lower lashes, that's fine too. That's what I like doing. But I don't put it all the way out, because I don't want to have, raccoon eyes. So yeah. You can kind of maybe, I'm like opening my eyes like a crazy person, hoping that you see this better. But you can kind of see what I'm doing. And now we are finished with the eyes. And we are moving on to your lashes. And all I do is I take my lash curler. It looks scary, but I, curl my lashes and then put mascara on. And it doesn't matter what mascara you wear. It doesn't matter if you don't use one of these. Just whatever you're comfortable with and whatever you have on hand. The stuff that I'm using right now, I kind of like as mascara. I prefer another brand, but because I still, have some left, I'm gonna use this up before I go out and buy another black mascara. The tip for mascara, it's not a well-known tip or anything, but if you take the wand and you put it at the base of your lashes and kind of wiggle and then move the wand up, it creates more volume and length. Alright, now that that is out of the way, we are moving on to Pink Power. Love how MAC made everything oversized. It's perfect for Wonder Woman, you know? So I'm taking my angle blush brush, my face brush, and I'm going to be putting it in the bronze color. And when it comes to putting bronzer on, I like to hold my brush at the very tip, so I'm putting it on as little as possible. Because you have people who wear blush tend to have a tendency, if they're not doing it right, to look kind of dirty. So this is my method, and it tends to work for me. So I just kind of smile like this. Every time I do my makeup and my boyfriend's around, he laughs at me every single time because I make the weirdest faces. But so I'm going to smile like this and then apply my bronzer. And what I like about this bronzer, it doesn't take very much for the color to show. And I don't really like wearing very much bronzer. I also take the bronzer and I put it along my jaw line just to give more definition. And I know some people put it a little on their chin, so I'll put it a little on my chin too. Now I'm going to be taking just a medium blush brush, and I'm going to be taking the highlighter, and where I smile, which is like this, I am putting the highlight right around here. Like wherever the sun would naturally hit is a good indicator of where you should be putting your highlight. So I like to put a little on the tip of my nose too. And now we are going to be moving on to the blush. And this just goes on the apples of your cheeks. And if you don't know where the apples of your cheeks are, smile like this, and it's the little, the little circle part. So yeah, just put this on as much or as little as you want to, in a circular motion. And blush is definitely one of those things where a little goes a long way. I'm going to be putting on Marquise D, which is just such a pretty nude color. It's the one color that I really like. I mean, I love the red, but Russian red is already in MAC's staple, so it wasn't a new product. And the purple product I was drawn to, but I knew, I have this bright, drag queen pink color that I absolutely love, and it looks ridiculous on me, but I don't really care. But I never wear it, and so the same thing would be with that purple lip. I'm not as daring. It's not a normal, lip for me. So I'm going to be putting this color on. So I also have Emancipation, and although I usually wear either or, I don't normally like to combine them, but why the hell not? So I'm going to be putting Emancipation on the middle of my lip, just to give it some shine and to have the appearance of fuller lips. So I'm going to be putting my glasses on now, and that is it. That is my tutorial. Yeah. Check out my blog, jessiawesome.blogspot.com, or on Twitter, Jessiawesome at Twitter. And yeah, thanks for watching.